and welcome back to the icode784 competition grand finale. I do hope everyone enjoyed their lunch. I will be this afternoon's MC, and to continue our program, we will now have the introduction of the judges by NTRC's Public Relations Officer, Ms. Eustacia Walter.
Good afternoon. I will now introduce to you the judges for the secondary mobile app category. Mr. Terry Clark. Mr. Terry Clark is an accountant working at KPMG Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean and has 7+ years accounting experience in various roles. He is an active public speaker participating in the National Corporate Public Speaking Competition in May 2020. Recently, Mr. Clark conducted a seminar on leadership and teamwork at the SVG Community College in August, addressing lecturers and students around the OECS about the importance of leadership skills, career paths, and teamwork. In April 2020, he co-founded St. Vincent's first ride-sharing app Route, which was a major success and used by many Vincentians who wish to travel using a modern app. He and a team of 2 worked since 2019 to bring this app to Vincentians and were able to launch despite the global pandemic. Mr. Clark and his team are even more enthusiastic about developing more apps so that Vincentians' life can be transformed while having first-world experience. Mr. Terry Clark. Mr. Eben Wilkins. Mr. Eben Wilkins is an assistant manager at Corey's Food Mart, Corey's Distribution. Here, he assists in manager and operations of the business. He has a bachelor's degree in accounting and yet finds himself deep in the IT field. He considers himself as a tech enthusiast, always keeping up with the latest in technology and IT-related issues. He is co-host for the technology show TechnoHub, which airs on VC3 TV. These shows highlight many local apps, top trending technology news and issues and rumors. He is currently part of Valio Experience and leads the development of the current mobile application and web platform for the company. The Value Experience is a wellness center which promotes the holistic wellness of individuals. Mr. Eben Wilkins. Mr. Kenrick Kwashi. Mr. Kenrick Kwashi is the co-founder and CEO of Squeeze Cash. Squeeze Caribbean is the Caribbean's only multi-currency mobile payment solution. It facilitates P2P, C2B, and B2B transactions across the borders. Kenrick is a former entrepreneurship lecturer. He is trained in political science, economics, and international relations. Mr. Kenrick Kwashi. I will now remind our participants of the rules for this afternoon, both the mobile and the open category. Each team has 7 minutes to present. A buzzer signals the beginning of the presentations. After 5 minutes have passed, another buzzer will be sound. When the 7 minutes are up, 2 buzzers will be sound. If the team is not yet finished after the 7 minutes have elapsed, then the team will be allowed to continue. However, at the 8 minutes mark, 3 buzzers will be sung to alert them to stop your presentation. And within these 7 minutes, you must present your prototype to the panel of judges. After the presentation, there will be a 5-minute round of questioning. A buzz will be sung at the beginning of the round of questioning, and after the 4 minutes, another buzz will be sung to let the judges know that they should ask no more questions. If a team is, however, answering a question after the 4 minutes, they will be allowed to continue. And a buzz will be sung to end the round of questioning. Thank you.
We will now have the mobile app secondary category presentations at this moment. And to begin this, we will welcome the St. Vincent Girls High School, JN.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. With all protocols already established, we would like to present our group, JM. Our group consists of 2 teammates, Jada Jackson, my partner, and myself, Naima McLean.
The problem we are going to solve is the problem of the pain and stress of farmers to sell their crops during this pandemic, because farmers as well as consumers are afraid to go out to buy and sell in fear of getting sick.
We present you our app. Farm. We farm, you eat. The solution to our problem is our app. Our app will solve and prevent the fear of getting sick, which prevents consumers and farmers from sales.
Our aim is to create an app that can help farmers advertise and sell their produce to consumers directly online, help prevent the contraction of diseases through sales in person, provide the farmers with a better chance of safe sales, generate more jobs in SVG.
The targeted business is the Ministry of Agriculture.
Our targeted audience consists of persons in SVG with a smartphone, persons 18 years and older, consumers and farmers.
The budget and resources necessary for our app are: we would require 80,000 EC dollars and a programmer, a server, and 2 vehicles and 2 drivers.
Our app will make money by using ad revenue, offering an ad-free subscription fee, and 3 to 5% of the money earned by farmers will be put towards the app.
Our app will impact the Ministry of Agriculture by giving any extra income towards farm life in SVG.
Our app will impact the farmer users by generating more income and selling produce with less stress.
Our app will impact our consumer users by getting fresher produce available in a more hassle-free manner. And for consumers who cannot pay with paper money, we have made it easy by allowing online payment, for example, credit cards and debit cards.
The pros of our app will be that easier access to produce and goods, especially for disabled and elderly. Farmers can market and sell their produce online, create more job opportunities, delivery.
The cons of our app would be that it needs internet access to work properly. It would need a valid vendor's ID in order to function as a farmer in the app. It will also need... Deliveries will be tricky to do in the more remote areas in SVG. Together we want to improve our app in the future by having a more robust system set up to let persons be able to become farmers in the app.
Group
Group
sourcing.
sourcing. A big business, for example, a hotel, can give out a big order for a given crop, and multiple farmers can be enlisted to provide the said crop. How do we present it? How do we see it? It's okay. You can sign in as a user or farmer. You can sign in as a user or a farmer, and if you are not yet a member, you can sign up. Sign in is as a user. You will have to put in your username and password, then you press login. The welcome page. You will be shown an overview of your information along with having a menu button and a cart icon. We want to see the produce. We want to see the produce we can buy, so we will click on the produce. From there, we will see a list of produce for sale. We can also search for the particular produce or vendor if we would like. We want cucumbers, so we will click on that. Now we can see who is selling the cucumbers and how much of it is left. We can select the farmer's name to see his or her rating and contact info. Buying. When you select buy, you will have to select how much pounds of the item you want, and it will be added to your cart. When you have finished selecting the items you want to buy, you can check them out. In the checkout, you will see what is in your cart and your total. In order to go on, you select the proceed button, which would lead you to the payment page. While on the payment page, you will select your payment method and your delivery address. To buy your items, you would press the checkout option. The menu consists of the other functionalities of the app, such as
Pick up, cart, payment options, settings, about us, contact us, file report, TNC, logout.
Judges, we are ready for questioning.
Thank you very much, Jen. At this time, we will have the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
That was a good presentation. I very much like the way you're going with the app. I just want to ask, in terms of the farmers, what is the procedure? How do I get my products onto the platform?
When you sign in as a farmer, you will have to list your produce and put a picture.
Picture of myself or the products?
No, the product.
I didn't. Very good presentation, and I like the flow. The color is very good also. But I didn't fully understand how the Ministry of Agriculture is going to benefit or partner with you on this.
It will help the Ministry of Agriculture by helping the people of SVG with their farms and also helping the Ministry of Agriculture sell their produce and other stuff.
Thank you.
My only question is, how do you plan on collecting the commission? Your 3%, I think you said. How do you
Okay.
plan on collecting the commission?
through online payment, such as pencils and paper.
Okay, all right, thanks.
It's on? Yeah, I have one more question. I noticed that you have, you collect revenue from ads, but you also have a section where you have ad-free subscription. What's the difference? Is there a free version and a paid version?
The ads will be made with the ad revenue. We will be making money when people watch ads, which they usually don't. And for people who do not want to watch ads, they can pay money to get rid of the ads.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, we will welcome the team MVAA coders from the Mountain View Academy.
Protocol has already been established. Good afternoon. Yesterday, a classmate of mine on his way to his mom's was walking along Frisco when he accidentally bumped into a man. The man turned around and gave my friend one hard slap. The Blue Space app, if in operation, could have been used by my friend to seek assistance from the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Department. Today, the MVAA coders, represented by me, Naira Roche, Prisma Oliver, and Dorian Bacchus, present to you Blue Space, an ICT app that could be used for similar and worse experiences. The Blue Space app is an ICT app designed to help an individual in an emergency. In an emergency, information will be sent to an emergency personnel who will be able to see and hear what is happening in the vicinity of the contact and make the necessary decisions to send police and/or ambulance to the scene. This app will need dedicated services of either an agency or the police department, as it must be managed 24 hours a day. The Blue Space app cost. An app developer would be needed, which will cost EC $12,000. Platform Firebase and extensions, EC $5,000. App design, $6,000 EC. Total cost of this app will be equal to $23,000 EC dollars.
The information will also be sent to 5 primary contacts who will be able to respond to the emergency. The notification the police will see when the emergency alert is submitted by a civilian. App beneficiaries. These would include, but not limited to, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment, examples, hospitals and clinics, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, and citizens of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Thank you. Now let's have a look at the app.
This is the, oh, sorry, all right. This is the screen that will be shown if you have not yet created an account. You then press the create account, and then you would then go to this. First, you enter your name, then your email, then your phone number, your email, and your address. These are essential for the account and must be entered. If you do not enter these, there would be a prompt that indicates and shows you that you need to enter these. Then you will be able to enter 5 primary contacts. These contacts are like your friends, your families, people you can trust. You don't necessarily have to enter in all 5, as not all people have 5 people in their friend group, but you can enter in, a good amount. Also, along with these 5 contacts, the police and the hospitals nearest to you will be notified as well. So you don't really have to put in a number. And further, you will understand what I mean when I say you don't have to. This is the screen that will be shown if you have created the account successfully. Here is your main page. We have the person's profile picture. We have non-emergency services like the police and the hospital. These will be explained later. This emergency, once pressed, it will have a submit button, and once you press the submit button, a call will be forwarded to the person in charge of looking at the app and managing it 24/7. Then we have our drop-down menu, about us, contact us, and our settings. In our contact us, if you need more information or you need help with the app, you can contact us at our email address, and our phone number. I will now show you what I meant when I said these are non-emergency services. Here it will carry you to the account for the police of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Here you can find all the numbers, where they are. Yeah. Then we will see the hospital clinics. Here is the hospitals in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and their phone numbers. In critical situations in which every second counts, one simple button push means information, ultimately ensuring that you receive the help you need. A true lifeline which can be beneficial once you install it on your device. Thank you.
We will now have our 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. MVA coders. I have a few questions, but time is limited. 1, what's the meaning behind the name Blue Space? 2, what's the minimum contact for your contact list? What's the minimum number of names you can enter? How do you verify users? Do you have to have your location on? And do you monitor location? I could stick there and let the other judges ask questions.
To your first question, we came up with Blue Space as we thought of blue for police, and the space for the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The minimum persons that you can enter would be 2. And what was the other question?
Location?
Yes, using the Google Maps. Right, and by using Google Maps, it would allow the police emergency personnel to be able to find where you are and where the emergency button was. Right, all right, okay.
I have about 3 questions. I'll make it quick. in essence, is it that when there is an emergency, I click a button and it automatically rings the police?
It also, right, not only does it notify the police by sending a call to the personnel in charge of monitoring calls, but it also, the persons you enter in to be notified, they would get a notification that something happened, and they could either call the person to check up on them, or they would just know that something is wrong.
So then my question now is, how are you going to deal with false alarms?
We had a questionnaire with a constable from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force who decided to be anonymous, and he said that in that case, it happens a lot in all apps. It's not really that preventable, but in that case, we would block the account that did the false alarm, if it was a troll. But if it was like a mistake or something, they would call the person and make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah. And how do you plan to make revenue? Is it that you're selling the app?
Our idea for it was it to be a non-profit app, and we were planning on giving the government in charge of it or selling it to them so that they would control the entire app. So it's not really profitable.
Okay, so you're planning, you said 23,000 was the overall
23
cost?
EC dollars.
So you're planning to sell the government for at least something that's more than 23 to get a profit, right?
Yeah. No, but remember the 23,000 is just for the development of the app, not really the maintenance. But yeah, something so.
Okay, all right, thanks.
You're welcome. That's it? All right. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, VA coders. At this time, the team that will be presenting will be AG from the St. Vincent Girls High School.
Walking to multiple pharmacies to compare prices and check for products can be extremely tiring. What if you're too sick to even move? Introducing FindMeds pharmaceutical app. Easy to use, free to download. Compare prices and locations with a single search. Order in advance or get it delivered straight to your door. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, so why not make life easier? Less searching, more finding, FindMeds.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Genevieve McMaster.
My name is Anthony Coffey.
And today we're presenting the mobile application FindMeds by AGTEX.
The problem: calling and visiting numerous pharmacies to check for prices and to compare prices can be very tiring and cause a lot of time, and also may cause long lines. As seen in the video, some persons may have to walk long distances to find the needed medication at the right price, or they might be at home bedridden and cannot move out of their homes. Our aim is to allow persons to find and purchase their needed medication easily and efficiently. Target audience and our sector. We are targeting pharmaceutical customers and suppliers which are part of the private sector. User experience. All the necessary information are available in one glance, such as the prices and the location, and the cheapest is even highlighted. There are also automated health reminders and cost themes.
The estimated cost of creation will be from 6,000 to 10,000 EC dollars. We'll be using 5,000 to 9,000 for the programming and around $750 for the UI, UX, and background development, along with integrating it with our cloud service provider. Cloud services would be free, and we'll explain how that is so later in the presentation. Our main sources of income will come from pharmacy subscriptions, would be $20 for a month, and premium customer subscriptions, which is $5 for a month. We'll also be gaining income from in-app advertisements. Doing some rough calculations, we found that we can make $7,800 in a single year, and that can cover all or a great majority of our initial cost. For the creation of FindMeds, we'll be using Android Studio for its development and Google Firebase as our cloud storage provider. So initially we had cloud storage in our initial cost, but doing some research, we realized that we can get a package from Google Firebase that can accommodate the amount of storage that we need for free. It will also be covering login, transactions, and the access to the data uploaded.
So the app impact on stores. By registering on the app, stores would gain publicity by advertisement, and there would be less persons in the store at once. Cooperation with business. By doing our research, we found out that there are 26 pharmacies in St. Vincent, and a lot of them showed great interest in what FindMeds had to offer. There are 3 pharmacies in particular that were ready to see FindMeds in action. These were Bowman's Pharmacy, Corres Pharmacy, and Roy's Pharmacy found in Georgetown. We talked to them, we got feedback, and we shared our ideas.
So why choose FindMeds? Currently, there is no app like this in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We offer very unique features, and unlike similar apps, we deliver from all pharmacies, and it is not going to be manually, the database is not going to be manually maintained and updated, but that will be done automatically. And there are also lots of expansions to look forward to with FindMeds. Now let's see this in practice and go to the prototype. So upon opening FindMeds, we'll go straight to the login page. This is where you log in, or if you don't have an account, you will register here. For login, you'll require the username and password. And this will take you straight to the homepage of FindMeds.
Welcome to FindMeds homepage, which has a simple layout and is very appealing to the eyes. At the top there is our logo with FindMeds notification. Below we have a search bar to look up the medications and paid advertisement. Below we have 4 features, which are My Account, Pharmacist on Demand, My Meds, and My Prescription.
So Anthony has a headache, so let's get to some Advil. There are already some options from our previous searches, but we can enter Advil. And this will give us the price and location comparison page. So we can view this in the map format or a list format. So for the map, we can see all the available pharmacies around us, and the lowest price is highlighted. For the list, this is sorted from lowest to highest price.
So I'm very cheap, so I'm going to pick Bowman's Pharmacy because it's $9. So I see the page where we have the Advil, we have the form, I want a capsule, and I have dosage and quantity. I'm going to leave it at 100 and choose 10. Add to cart, and then I want to go to my cart. So I see my previous orders and the order that I just placed, and I want to check out because I'm satisfied. I want delivery, but I can also get order in advance.
So for the delivery page, it's going to show the breakdown of the total cost. So this will be made up of the price for the item along with the delivery. You can also choose the date, time, and location of your delivery and confirm your order. We can pay via credit card or face-to-face. Let's choose face-to-face.
So my order is confirmed. We are going to go back to the home page where we have my account. So this, you will see all your account information such as allergies, order history, themes. We'll also see pharmacists on demand, where we will have a pharmacist in the app which is paid by the app and not attached to any store where I can ask for recommendations. There's also my prescription, where I can take a picture of my prescription and send it to the pharmacy of my choice. My meds, we can go here and we can see our cart and also track our package.
Our delivery is apparently on its way.
There is our delivery man. And here's my ad wheel.
Less searching, more finding.
Find meds.
We'll now have our 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Excellent presentation.
Thank you.
So I had a few questions, but you answered them along the way, which is very good. But when you collected the package, how does the pharmacy verify that you received your medication?
So the user will have a invoice and a code so that they'll show the delivery person when they come.
My question along the same line of delivery, who handles or who's responsible for delivery? Is FindMed's delivery guy, or is it the pharmacies have to find their own delivery person?
So FindMeds will be hiring delivery persons.
I must say it was a very great presentation. I see you all did your homework from last time. You answered most of the questions that we had. So my only question is the maintenance. So who is responsible? Who would be responsible for maintaining the app for bugging issues on?
Okay, so for maintenance in terms of the actual inventory.
No, the app itself, like in case there's Google Maps is down. I see you had Google Maps. If Google Maps is down, who would be responsible for maintaining the app? Is it in-house or you would be outsourcing it?
We'll be outsourcing for that.
Okay, all right, thanks.
So it's prescription, so confidentiality is very important. You didn't talk much about security in terms of verification level, pins to enter in and out of the app, because it's confidential information you're dealing with.
So our app will be integrated with Google Firebase, and they offer the security measures from Google encrypted security.
Thank you very much, Editex. At this time, we will welcome the team Space Tech from the St. Vincent Girls High School.
Cuando terminemos, yo te digo.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arleti Fuentes.
And I'm Amanda Batista Roman.
Together, we are Space Tech.
Problems in donations. What are problems in donations in SBG?
Well, we've noticed lately that donating in SPGs become quite difficult and rare. Also, elderly persons among others who may wish to donate have great confusion over how to donate to charities. Those are some big problems, you may think, but our app, Sharing is Caring, will surely solve them.
Give to others, one day will come back. It's our tagline and our aim to help SBG, to help people in SBG donate more to charities.
Our targeted business is the Salvation Army, which is a Christian church and an international charitable organization.
Our targeted audience is mainly adults with Android phones and iPhones to be donors. Now, how will our app help with charities? Well, our app will be user-friendly, simple, and easy to use. We will let you know where your donations are going to.
Also, the information about the persons or cases you're donating to will also be provided so that you're sure that nothing is wrong. And to make donating easier, and more secure, we have online payment. That's all for our presentation. Now we'll move on to the app. When you download the app and open it, you will see the welcome screen where you can either sign in, or if you're not a member, you can sign up. Well, now we'll click in sign in. And we enter the user email and the password and then press login. From here, we can see that the categories of various charities and places to donate. Let's take a look at healthcare. We can now see a list of persons in need of donation on the hospital. For this lady, she needs money to her surgery. If you wish to donate, you can click on the donate button to proceed. As you see, we can select how to pay by card or pay Swift. Now let's go back to the list. Now let's take a look at Isa. This time, she needs blood, so her blood type will be shown as well as you can donate blood. Let's go to children and elderly now. Here you can see a list of organizations that deal with children and elderly. We shall look at Saint Benedict. In here, it will show the Saint Benedict information. This information includes what they do, the donation items needed, and where you can drop out your donation. Now, if you have noticed, there is a menu button at the top right. This will give the user extra features. Like the profile, it will show your username and if you can change the password. It can make the requests to request for people to do donations. Leaderboard they'll show the top donors of the app. And when you're done, you can just click log out. And that's it, everyone. That's our app. Sharing is caring.
We will now have our 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
My first question is, how do you ensure an organization that is signing up to be a charity if they are legitimate, if they are not trying to commit fraud by getting persons' money?
First, for when someone makes a request for people to donate to them, we need to contact them and meet up in a place to see if it's real and legit.
Okay, right, thanks.
How do you intend to earn revenue?
Can you repeat the question,
How
please?
do you intend to make money?
Our app will support itself by, we can put in ads in the app. We can also accept donations specifically for maintaining the app. And later on, we could partner with willing organizations.
Can you just confirm that the app can be used by individuals and organizations?
Excuse me?
The app, can it be used by individuals to ask for donations, and can it be used by organizations?
Yes, it can be used by both.
Okay.
My final question is the security of the app. These organizations and persons have a lot of confidential information. So how are you planning to secure persons' information?
So when someone requests something, they'll put the information and we'll check it out and contact them. So we will not put the information, so they'll put what they want other persons to see.
Finally, if I want to donate, could I use a credit card, debit card?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Thank you very much, Space Tech. At this moment, I'll welcome Cy Girls from the St. Joseph's Convent, Kingston.
Protocol has already been established. A pleasant afternoon to all. I am Dr. Rianka Chance from the Verity Medical Complex, and this is my agent, Miss Odia Charles from SG's agency.
When we present to you, Girls,
with our mobile app name, E-Pharmacy.
With our tagline, the pharmacy that comes to you in a time of need.
We will now have a video from Mr. Val DASILVA, the owner of the People's Pharmacy.
Because there are a lot of people out there who normally call to ask if we do deliveries. But unfortunately we don't. But it's a very good idea to start with deliveries and charge a delivery fee. And people can order online and we can deliver anytime, even on off days. We can come and open and make deliveries, and it's a very good idea. And patients, of course, can benefit from this because there are people who can't actually get in a vehicle or not mobile enough to come and pick up their medication. And it will be very, very beneficial for these kind of people as well.
We also went to Dr. Junior Aki, where he stated, as a doctor, he is very grateful for this app. As we know, dengue was on a rise. Patients were coming to him and he was running out of IV bags and oxygen. With this app, he stated, with a click of a button, he could have been able to get his stuff. We spoke to Mrs. Deborah Dalrymple, the head of the University of the West Indies Open Campus St. Vincent, and she said, as a customer, she loves this idea. Sometimes she has to work late at the night and she can't get a chance to go to the pharmacies. With this, she can easily just get her medication and pay online.
Our features You can browse the products,
You can pay online,
pay upon delivery,
rush delivery,
upload prescription.
and finally, you add promotions.
Our target market, Ministry of Health,
All pharmacies.
and the general public.
Our cost for our software development, testing, features, designs, and planning is $40,000.
Our pros, find medication or equipment easily. Medication can be delivered directly to you, and the app can be accessed on any device.
Our cons needs Wi-Fi to work. We are now going to give you a demonstration of our app. So, upon going into the app e-pharmacy, you will be greeted with a login screen. We are going to now enter our username, and our password. We are going to now press go, where we'll be greeted by our profile page where we can see our name, where we live, our phone number, and our password. And you can change your information at any given time. So let's continue. In this page, you're going to see 3 areas where you can search by. So you can search by medication, pharmacies, or even equipments. We're going to start with our equipments. Miss Charles, I need some feeding tubes because I only have 1 left in the back room and I need to stock up for when I have patients. Yes, I still have the feeding tubes.
OCV group.
OSV, okay, yes, I need it. Now we are going to go back to our medication. So we're going to select medication. You know something? Let me check my medication and see if I have any history. So I need some history. As we know, history is a over-the-counter thing. But today, we're going to need a prescription. So I have my prescription here. And we're going to continue now. So we're now going to add this to our carts. And now I am seeing everything in my carts that is adding up to the subtotal below, which is how much?
$91.
Right. Then we will proceed to checkouts. We can also search by our pharmacies. So we're going into pharmacy, and we're going to go to people's pharmacies page, yes, and there's a GPS on top, so we can see where they're located, how much minutes away from us. And there is also a truck coming out of this section, therefore we know that they do delivery. So we have where our pharmacy is located. We can also go in our cart for this and see what items we have in it. On this note, everyone in this room should have our app, e-pharmacy. Imagine your son and daughter grow up in a different country, your spouse dead, you have nobody for you. right? Let's say you can't move, you have delivery, you get your medication everywhere you are. And the fonts, easy to read for all people. At this moment, we are going to answer any questions.
We will now have our 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
Well done with the presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. In your features section, you had the last option, add promotion. Can you explain that for me, please? I didn't understand that.
For ad promotions, our app will be generated with ads. With these ads, you will obviously have to pay. So the pharmacies, example, People's Pharmacy, they want to be in our app. They will be putting ads out on our app so people can know they are on it. They are obviously going to pay us a fee. Therefore, our app will be getting money.
Is that the only way you're going to earn revenue on the app?
No. Each pharmacy that's in our app has to pay a subscription fee yearly. So this subscription fee will be $100 yearly, right? So our app will also be getting money from that.
I don't know if I missed it, but can I pay online?
Yes, you can. In our features section, we actually had it that you can pay online.
And who is responsible for the delivery costs?
The pharmacies.
Okay, all right, thank you.
One more question. Wait, one more question. You said the pharmacies are responsible for delivery costs. Is the pharmacy responsible for getting the transportation, everything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
As we said, once the truck comes out of the slide, that pharmacy is doing delivery. If it does not, it's not doing delivery.
Follow you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, Lord. No, I pray.
Thank you very much, Cygos. At this time, we will welcome the last team of our mobile app secondary category. And this team is Zentech from the St. Vincent Girls High School.
Judges, audience, viewers, a pleasant afternoon. My name is Johnny Dyer, and this is my colleague, Safia Andrews of Centec, and we present to you Vinci to You.
We delved into the fundamental aspects of Vinci to You the last time.
What is it? Vinci to You is an app that provides a unique experience for tourists while giving locals some income. It's beneficial towards the country in that it will provide an easier way for tourists to learn about St. Vincent, which in turn will boost tourism.
Today, we will cover the technical aspects under the following topics: architecture, design, and features.
The Vinci to You demo, conclusion, and resources we used.
Let us first refresh your mind with the problem statement.
Exposure, benefits, and tourism. What do these three words have in common? Our research question was, are tourists getting enough exposure to gain the maximum benefits that tourism has to offer?
The answer to that question is no, because we found that 14,000 549 people, or 25.8% of Vincentians ages 15 and up were unemployed in 2017. We deduce from the numbers that Vincentians are not using their skills to earn money and reap the benefits of tourism. What Vincentians need is a specialized marketplace which focuses on honing the skills of Vincentians and appealing to the wanderlust of tourists. We have determined that Vinci to you is the answer.
We will now explain how we went about developing the solution by looking at the architecture and design of Vinci2U.
We use Native Script View to build the application. This mobile web framework uses Native Script templates and Vue.js directives to build the skeleton of the application. To give it life, JavaScript was used to code the logic. For example, calculating prices, accessing the device's hardware components such as the camera, connecting to and querying Firebase were all done with the help of JavaScript. Finally, components such as the buttons, fonts, and icons were styled using SCSS and font icons. Now, how would we best manage the application's data, we asked ourselves? With the 3 services provided by Firebase, we were able to validate users via email, Facebook, and Google so that they can create accounts and log into the app. To store all our data, we use Cloud Firestore, which holds documents for users, items posted, restaurants, places, events, and payment records. And finally, any image used, such as the profile picture and postage services, was stored in the storage bucket of Firebase. On the screen, you can see a screenshot of the Firebase console for the Vinci2U app, which shows collections of our app data. Using the Stripe console, we tested payments, and one such payment can be shown on the slide. Administrative users would have access to the Firebase console and Stripe so that data can be managed. User accounts may also be deleted or disabled by the admin user if they are found in violation. Refunds can also be made from the Stripe console if the request is made. Some additional plugins we use in the application were the Mapbox API, the UI-specific plugins such as the floating action button for adding posts, and Stripe, as mentioned before, for mobile payments.
Before we do a demonstration, here are the features that we hoped to offer in the Vinci2U application: the secure login via email, Facebook, or Google, hosting a service, booking a service, user profiles, location tracking, and finally, mobile payment via credit card or debit cards.
So wait, how do I use this app?
I can better show you than I could tell you. When you first open the app, you have the option to sign up using an existing Google or Facebook account or using your email address.
Do I have to sign up?
No, not always. You can also browse as a guest. Let me log in and show you the full capabilities. Once logged in, you'll first see the home page and the navigation drawer. You can see your name and profile picture displayed with a welcome message. On the home page, you can browse through posts and search for posts by category or keyword search. With a valid account as a local user, you can now post a service. You will be required to add a name, category, and a description for your post. You can also add a price. Keep in mind, it is listed in the US currency. You can also add pictures from your phone's gallery and select a location and meeting point for the service. Finally, you can add a tag for optimization. See, there's your post. That's all to it.
Okay, but how are they going to pay me?
Users have the option to pay with cash or credit or debit card. Let's see. If I view this post, I will see additional details about the post and can choose to book the service. This will take me to the payment page where I will enter my credit card details and my address. Once I've looked at over, I can confirm the payment and voila, the payment has been said. Afterwards, users will be able to leave a rating and review.
This sounds very interesting. What else can I do?
You can also visit your profile page where you can update your name, profile picture, and bio. You'll also be happy to know that we work with local restaurants and places in the information on the app. On the settings page, we can see some frequently asked questions about St. Vincent. And the emergency contact numbers, which you could click on to place a call immediately. Finally, you could read all about the app on the page.
Okay, I have to use this app.
Wait, one more thing. Let's view St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the interactive map. There's the capital, Kingston. It will come in very handy for tourists.
Thank you very much, Zentech. At this moment, we will have the 5-minute round of questioning from the judges.
I just want to clarify something, right? As a you, okay, how is the app basically working? Is if I am a tourist and I want to come to St. Vincent and I want to do something, that I could go on the app and I could search it and book an activity, basically.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, if I come to St. Vincent and I want to do something like maybe go to the beach or hike, I can go on your app and I could see the information?
Yes, please.
Yeah?
All you just have to do is go in the name, search for the category, and you could just look for what you want.
Okay, so all the activities are categorized, like for instance, hiking, beaches, and there are different persons that offer those services on those
Yes,
categories?
please. It's based off of the actual foods and culture are into one group, and tours and hikes are into another group. However, when you go into the app itself, you actually get to know who's giving you this service, and the more details are in when you click on the app.
Okay, all right, thanks.
How will you earn revenue? And when the tourist or whoever is the client is purchasing the service, do they pay you or do they pay the company itself directly?
Can you?
How are you going to make money? How is the app going to make money?
Well, basically, the app is going to make money by first of all, in order to sign up, they would have to pay a certain amount as well. And also, the tourists would the amount of money that they post a service for. It will also include taxes and stuff, and that information and money would go to the app to help it and keep it maintained.
How do you plan to market to the tourists? How are the tourists going to know the app exists?
It was going to be marketed by the Ministry of Tourism and other department areas that dealt with tourism.
At this time, the voting for the secondary mobile app category is open. You can vote for a team on the website www.ntrc.vc/vote. I'll repeat, www.ntrc.vc/vote. The voting will be open for 30 minutes. Now, at this time, we will have feedback from the judges on the presentations thus far.
Okay, as I stated in the preliminaries, and now that I'm more impressed, I actually enjoy being here and to see some of these apps, and I was well impressed. I must give commendation to the persons who provided guidance to all of the students, whether it's the IT teachers and their parents. I must give them commendation. Some of these ideas, I would love to not only see them here being presented to us, but I would really like to see some of these ideas come up, because it could be a lot beneficial to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I want to congratulate all the participants, all the secondary schools that had members here. It was impressive to see that some of the teams did their homework from last event. They really stepped up the game. They really presented, and I want to congratulate all of you who participated. Job well done.
I wasn't here for I didn't judge for the preliminary, so I'm glad that I had the opportunity to be here for the finals. Excellent presentations. Again, we commend the teachers and so on who guide the students doing their work. We have all agreed that we would love to see these projects become reality, but I want to caution or advise us to think beyond St. Vincent and the Grenadines only. We're just a very small market for technological companies. So I express congratulations to all of you, and I really do hope that at least one of these projects become a reality. Thank you.
The floor is now open for any of our attendees, whoever has any feedback or comments on the presentations thus far. Floor is open now for you to do so. Okay, we'll continue with our program. I'll now welcome the NTRCs. We'll now have a 5-minute break to welcome the judges for the open category.